Okay. All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira David Baruch Hashem Erev Shabbos Parshas Korach. Wow. Difficult parsha, right? Difficult to understand the situation, but Mitzvah Hashem, it'll all work out good. We're learning Likutey Halachos. What's also Rosh Chodesh?
Rosh Chodesh?
Yeah, tonight's Rosh Chodesh. Baruch Hashem. Yeah. Halachos Tefillah, and we're in Halacha Dalid. We're in the middle of letter 20, Chav. So we're discussing let's bring us back up to speed here where we're up to. So we were discussing in the two chapters before the importance of the karbonos and the Shema, because we said the karbonos are what help us subdue the desire for money, the lust for money, desire and lust for money. Right, and we talked about the carbon pesach. Right, it was tzili, it was roasted, and because it was roasted, it kind of we kind of realized what was important. It kind of helped us, and we talked about tzedakah and the money that was used, and it was nediva slave. Right, you gave it from your heart. Right, so usually the heart desires the money, but now you had a nediva. You have to give it the nediva slave, the carbon as a nediva slave, to train the heart to have the right feelings. All right. And then we're saying, so once you finish doing all of that, then you can start saying Psukei de Zimra. Right? And we're discussing how beautiful Psukei de Zimra is, right? It's a beautiful song. It's the kinar of David HaMelech, right? The way that he was able to compile this and write the beautiful words of Sefer Tehillim, which are unbelievable. And we have these special words in Psukei de Zimra. And the Psukei de Zimra, we have we were speaking yesterday where we have certain passages like in the Halukas, right? Halu as Hashem in Hashemayim, Halu b'Amroimim, Halu Shmei Hashemayim, Ki Hu Tziva v'Nivro. HaKadosh Baruch Hu commanded and He created everything. To remind ourselves that every time, that everything in the world goes based on what Hashem wants. It's not based on any world leader. The world leaders do exactly what Hashem wants them to do. They shouldn't pride themselves to think that they're doing anything. They're doing exactly what Hashem wants them to do.
And we shouldn't worry about it either, because that's what Hashem wants them to do.
We can daven. That's what we have to do, yeah, but the worry doesn't help. Worrying won't help you. You can daven for something. Worrying will never ever help you. They say worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair and sitting in there and rocking a long time. At the end, you got nowhere, right? You just stay in the same place, back and forth, all that energy, back and forth. You didn't get anywhere. That's worrying, huh? Yeah. Okay, so we're up to now the words. Now, through us singing and praising Hashem, al kol habriya. So we praise Hashem for all of creation, al kol habriya, right? That means Hashem created the entire bria, entire creation. Reb Nosson keeps helping us understand that. Last time we were talking about the Esem Amoros, how everything came into the world via Hashem's Dibur, right? Hashem used words and everything came about. And every day, we know every day is a brand new day. Every day, everything is mamish brand new, like we say in our davening, right? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu created kol habriya, umegalin umefrasim u'maidian lakol ki hu yizbarach bara hakol. We publicize and we let everyone know. We say the words. Now you'll say, well, who are we letting know? Right? But when we say the words and we believe in the words, and when we believe in the words, we're actually letting others know, whether they heard me or not. It's causing, there's something happening in the world, there's something happening in creation. Via us doing that, that's affecting the world in a positive way. When we say the words and believe what we're saying, right? We say these words, right? Hashem commanded and it was created. Right? He commanded and it was created. And through that, you can illuminate the pathways and all of the ways from all of the worlds. Like again, that was on the king's map. He had his hand, the yad, that had the map on his hand, that had all the pathways and everything of all creation, of all time and all people, everything was written on that map. That was some map, right? That's something unbelievable, right? And it gave you the ways to get to any one place to another place, and from one world to the next world, right? And we said that's how Eliyahu Navi was able to go up to Shemayim, and Moshe Rabbeinu was able to go. They had preview of this map. They knew how to get up there. Unbelievable. Okay. V'zeh bechinas hayad shehu halan card. This is the idea of the hand. That was the map, the land card, which is in Yiddish, right? Shall call ha'ilamas of all the worlds, all of creation. Like we said, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's even that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Kol HaBriya. In all of Bria was created all of the worlds. That's all part of creation. Right? Before creation, there were no worlds. Right? All of the things were all part of creation. Because all of the different pathways and all the different ways from one place to the other, me'ir le'ir, from one city to the next, umikfar lekfar, from one village to the next, medina lemedina, from one country to the next, bayabasha bayam, when you're traveling either on the dry land or on the sea. And from one world to the next, right? Leaving the world of Asiya, going to the world of Yetzirah, up to the world of Bria, to the world of Atzilus, and so on. Ki ha'aretz l'shamayim mishamayim l'shmei shamayim. From the world to the heavens and the upper heavens. Hakol hu bechinas chibur v'esachtus b'protei habriya shenisyachten u'nischabren yachad zeh b'zeh v'zeh b'zeh. Each one is created one to the next. And we can understand that, right? We have different highways that connect us to different cities, right? You want to go from one city to the next, you can get on a highway, right? Where did the whole idea of highways come from? This map. This map. The idea to travel from one place to the next, to want to go from one place to the next, is from this map.
Isn't the map a metaphor of Torah?
It is Torah. Yes, it is Torah. Kedei sheyuchlu la'alois lemala mala b'derech ha'olam beis kel b'derech ha'kodesh me'olam li'olam. But you can go in the holy way, up and up to the next worlds. Kedei sheyachzru v'yechlu b'shorish ha'achdus. Because you want to connect yourself always to the achdus of Hashem. Because when you get high, when you travel all the way up, and you come to the world of Atzilus, so like we do in Shemon Esrei, right? Every day we take this trip. Right? You think this is so strange, right? But if you take a look in your siddur, right, you start off when you're in saying karbanas, you're in the world of Asiya, right? Because it's the world of doing, you're sacrificing the sacrifice. When you come to the world that when you then say start Pesukah D'Zimri, you go to the world of Yetzirah, right? After Yishtabach, after Baruch Hu, you go up to the world of Bria, into Shemon Esrei, you're in the world of Atzilus, and then you start descending. Right, you start descend. You're ascending, and then you descend after, and that's the Yeridas HaShefem. Right, so we have this. We understand this idea. Shu Abayre Yochid Yisbarach Shemayim Shezeh Ikra Tachlis. That's the main thing to remember. It's all HaKadosh Baruch Hu that created everything. All this learning is just to remember that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created everything and He's running everything. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's all Hashem. Ki al yedei hadrochim sheyesh mimakom lamakom, because all of the different ways that there is from one place to the other, aydei zeh nischaben nisyachten elu shnei hamakomis yachad. Oh, so that highway, that road connects the two cities together, right? You have one city, and if there's no way to get to the next city, there's no connection, right? Like you have an island, right? An island's not connected to anything, right? But you can make a bridge. You can make a bridge, and now it's connected, right? Right, it's amazing, right? We don't usually think this way, but it's very interesting. Ki haderech mechabrin yachad v'choilulam yachad, because the pathway is what joins them together. So we're saying the whole idea is the achdus Hashem, right? You want to have the unity with Hashem, right? So how do you do that? By connecting each world to the next, like connecting the dots. It's almost like connecting the dots, right?
In Maine, we used to have a saying, to speak with somebody, you can't get there from here.
You can't get there from here?
Can't get there from here. Yeah, they used to, somebody couldn't figure out how to get there, so there's no way to get there from here.
Okay, but
This is the way.
yeah, there's definitely a way. There was definitely a way, especially from Maine. There's definitely highways to get to other places, of course, right? Ki al yedei haderech shemimakim lemakim al yedei zeh yecholin lahavi hashefa shebazeh hamakim lemakim acher v'chein lehebech. So you can bring the shefa from one place to the next, and so on, right? For example, you have cities. You have different cities that let's say they have in there a lot of farm. There's a lot of farming, right? So they produce a lot of vegetables and they produce a lot of fruits and so on, right? So they bring it to other places. So now they have fruits, they have vegetables. Oh, the other guys, they're a textile place. And they create clothing and so on. They need it and they bring it to them. And how do you do that? All through the pathways. Everything is right through the highway system. It's amazing, right? And so on, right? You could bring things, you could do commerce, right? Commerce and bring people from one place to the other, right? Apple, yes, there you go. Keep going. Right, one place you have a lot of farming and different things. In another place they produce clothing, like we said. Okay, they bring the schar, they bring they bring all the vegetables and all of the things of vegetation. They bring it to the next place. They truck it there, or they take it on a train, or what have you. Right? Misham Meilichin lekan schores hamabushim, and they bring over there their clothing and their things, and that's how commerce works. Okay, the kiyotzi bezeh b'chol mekaymes. V'ayidei zeh nischabren zeh bazeh v'nisyachten yachad v'chayim nishpoyim mizeh lezeh. Right, so everyone, that's how things work in the world. Okay, it seems simple, but it is simple, but it's something beautiful to think about. Right, we just take it for granted. There's highways, and I can go from one place to the next. But really, what am I doing? I'm connecting places to places. Right, I'm connecting all the different places and so on. Right, for example, they said when in the time of Shlomo Melech, they were able to plant all different vegetables and all kinds of different things. Everything was planted around the Beis Hamikdash. He had everything planted, all kind of things, all trees, all fruits, everything planted over there. And they didn't understand how. How was they able to do that? They're not the right climate always. The things didn't always work. Because really, we're going to learn that you have the Even Shesiyah, right? Which is on the Harabayas, the Even Shesiyah. And that's the vein, so to say, went from the Even Shesiyah to all these different places. All these different places, all the different countries in the world, all the different climates in all the different places. It gets it. Is the stone, the original stone that Hashem used to create the world. That stone. How do you say Even Shesiyah in English? I don't know. What?
Foundation.
The foundational rock. Good. Okay. The foundational rock. Okay. Good. Even Shesiyah, that's the foundational rock that Hashem. Now, that rock was what HaKadosh Baruch, when He created everything, so to say, evolved from that rock. He created the rock. Yeah.
That's so creation worked in a way that He created the Tzimtzum, and then there was a
and then He created this rock on earth, and then from there, everything came forth from there. So that means, if you think about it, there's some, so to say, veins or what you have that go from there to all the different places. So Shlomo Melech was in touch with all of it. He understood it. So he tapped in. So let's say a certain thing grows in Africa. So he knew the vein that goes to Africa, and he was able to plant it on that one, and it grew because he understood it. He understood this idea, this concept that everything is all connected. It's all one. But you have to just know how to tap into it, right? He wanted this type of vegetable, this type of a nut, this type of thing that grew in different places. He knew how to plant it because he understood where they were going from. And it's amazing. We could plant all different things in Israel right today, right? Isn't it amazing, right? Unbelievable. Nimsa shekol hadrochim heim bechinas chibar va'achdus ha'makaymes yachad. So all the different ways bring things together, connect things together. Beika kavana b'shvil hatachlis kedei sheyuchlu yachad zeh bezeh. The whole point is to bring things together. Kadesh yuchlu lachsel l'shosham likolo be'echad. The rak zeh nikra b'shem derech, and that is called a derech. In other words, when you have a place that takes you from one place to the other, it's not a dead end, right? If you go down a dead end, it doesn't take you anywhere, right? A dead end takes you nowhere. But if you have a road, it takes you from one place to the other. That's the whole point, is to connect things back together. Umi shoylech be'ezeh derech b'gashmiyas oy beruchniyas shaloi b'shvil kavana zu chas v'sholem. And if someone's going on these pathways, and they're going, merrily on their pathway, but they're not going to bring things together, and they're not going to do things to bring things to the echad of Hashem. That's really what it is. Hashem is showing you that you can connect all places together in the world. Why? Because I'm one. Everything in the world is connected together because Hashem is one, right? And today we can really understand. We have planes, right? You can go anywhere you want in the world today, right? Anywhere. You can connect any place you want in the world. There's a plane, right? And what does the plane do? The plane goes up in the air, right? The plane goes over the clouds, up there, right? To show you that it's all echad. It's all Hashem making the connections. Now you can do that. You can understand that. Or people, they choose not to do that. They just going happy. They're not connecting anything. They're just enjoying the system. But they're not using the system to bring them closer to Hashem. They're using the roads, and they're flying, and they're using the trains, and they're using the boats, and they're connecting everything. Everything's great. They go on cruises, they go on trains, they go on planes, right? They do all the different things. But they're not necessarily connecting it back to the echad of Hashem. Right, let's see what he says here. Now, Alpha P, Shedidma loy, Shehoylech b'derech hayosha, lo'oisay yamokan, ve'inay toa b'derech. Oh, the guy's going on his path, right? He's traveling. He thinks his GPS says he's going the right way. Right, everything's good. Right, he's on his way. He's on his way. Afal pi chein be'emes ein toya b'derech yoyse bimenu. But it could be he's not. He can't be making. He's making the biggest mistake. Right, the guy could be going he's let's say he's going on a business meeting, but he realizes it's I'm doing this, right? So he's making a big mistake. Guys can go make the big mistakes, and they go to places they shouldn't go to, right? They go to different countries they shouldn't go to, right? A lot of guys like to go to India. They want to find them, all of that, right? They think they're going right. Everything is good. They're going. I have my ticket. I'm going to the thing. But they're making a big mistake. They're making a big mistake. Look at this word. Look at these words. Look at these words. Yesh derech yosher lifnei ish. There could be it seems to the guy, he's going in the derech hayosher. He's going in the right path. Everything's hunky-dory. It's going great. Va'achrisa, but the end, darkei maves. But he doesn't know he's traveling along to his death. He doesn't realize that. He thinks everything is great, but that's not what's going on. Ki bevadei hahoylech b'derech hayosher umechuvan lemokem gidudei chayes felistim. The guy can be on a pathway, right? But it's filled with wild animals. It's filled with robbers. Afal pi shezeh haderech kevusha mesula. Right, even though that's is in his mind, that's the way it is. Bevadei ein meshuga v'pesi v'toya b'derech akuma yoyse mimenu. There's no crooked way, more crooked thing than what this guy's doing. Right, but to him, it seems okay. It seems okay. It's almost similar to Korach, right? Let's take Korach, right? Korach was such maybe you'll enjoy this, Eli. Okay, Korach was such a wise man. He was a pikeach, right? They say he was a pikeach. Right? And he was able to see the generations ahead that Shmuel HaNavi is going to come from him. His lineage is going to be Shmuel HaNavi. Right? Look at this, right? Shmuel HaNavi. And he looked ahead at Moshe Rabbeinu and he saw his children. He didn't see anything. It can't be that Hashem wants Moshe to be the leader. It can't be. Because look, Shmuel HaNavi comes from me. So he makes his whole macha against Moshe Rabbeinu, right? Can I ask you a question? He's able to see so far ahead, but he couldn't see what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Think about it. Mamash this. He saw. He saw ahead. He's looking ahead. He was far. He had far vision. He didn't have sight near. He wasn't. What do you call it?
You needed reading glasses.
He didn't have reading glasses. He wasn't nearsighted. He was farsighted. He wasn't nearsighted. Could you imagine that? He was able to see Shmuel and Avi. So he sees all the, but tomorrow he couldn't see. He's going on his pathway, just like I think he connected like this. He's going out down the path. He thinks everything is great. He's got it all worked out. But he's going on the path to his death.
See, I've always wondered about that because even with Yisrael coming back and the whole thing with meeting Esav, I mean, so he could see things, but he couldn't see exactly what was going to end up with. With Esav, or you could do anything.
Wait, hold a second. Yaakov, he prepared three things, right?
He did.
He prepared in three different ways, right?
Why prepare in three different ways if he was going to see what was going to happen?
Because you still have to do your part. We have to still do our Aristoteles. You can't just say, "Well, I see what's going to happen. I don't do anything." No, you can't. It happened because he did that. Because he did what he was supposed to do. Everything worked out the way he was supposed to work out. You understand? But it's fascinating to think about with Yisro, with this guy with Korach, right? He couldn't see tomorrow morning that he's going to be he's going to be swallowed up by the earth, the Pioritz. It's fascinating. You like that idea? It's interesting, right? I was trying to think of and I said, wow, it works out, Mamash the Parsha, with this story. Mikol shekain, kishodem toya miderech haseicha v'hoylech b'derech hatoy. Or if the person's going to sin, right? The guy's going to do a sin, right? He's traveling, he's going to go do a business deal on Shabbos, right? I have to go. I have a business meeting. I have to go. I got to go. Right? V'hoylech lemerchokim l'schoira ve'einay mechavim b'shvil hatachlis b'shvil Hashem. Hashem is not in his radar at all. Nothing. He's doing everything. I'm so smart. I'm so clever. I'm so crafty. I'm going to figure this all out. Not Hashem's not him. It seems like he's doing the right thing. It's all good. I have it all worked out. Look what he says here. Le Breslov Leipzig. Whether I'm going to go travel to Breslov, right, or I'm going to go to Leipzig. Leipzig, where they had that's where they had all of the fairs. Leipzig was the big place of commerce. So he's going over there, right? Alpha Pichein. Be'emes bevadei ein derech akuma mizeh. There's no more crooked path, no crooked way than this way. Me'achas sheme'aved. He's losing his world, his eternal world. He thinks he's going to make a little bit more money. He's going to figure things out. Everything is great, but he's giving up his entire future. He's giving up his entire eternal life, everything for something so stupid. Nothing crooked. Look at the words that he used. Ein derech akuma means that there's no crooked way. There's no further crooked way than this. Because he's losing his eternal world through this. It'd be better off just traveling in the deserts and whatever it is, but not to pass and to transgress on the mitzvahs of Hashem. The later b'derech hazeh amatridai mishnei alamayis chas v'shalom, because now he's going to lose both worlds. His business deal may not work out, so he'll be depressed in this world. And even if it does work out, we said that a person has money in this world, he's never happy with it. He always wants more, right? The guy always wants more. If he's not a seimeach bechelkai, right? If the guy's not seimeach bechelkai. So he looks at this thing, hey, this guy's got more money than me. I have to make more. What can I do to make more money? So he's never enjoying what he has in this world anyway. He doesn't anyway enjoy it. And especially he won't have the next world. When he gets to the next world, what's he going to have? Haklal. The derech, when you want to say I have a pathway, I have the right way, right? That is the way of the tzaddikim and the ksherim, the righteous ones that follow in the ways of Hashem. Ki derech rishoyim teved, like it says, ki derech rishoyim teved, the way of the rishoyim is they get lost. It doesn't work out. They don't have the right GPS system. They get lost. Okay? All right. Shedarkam avuda, their ways are lost. Ki einay nikra b'shem derech klal. That's not called a derech. Because they think they're going on that way. Right? They think they put the address in, they have the right the directions, everything is good, everything's gonna work out, but really they're making the biggest mistake.
Did you ever put the address in and it was the wrong address and took you out of the way?
Well, sure, yeah, yeah. All right, but you try. No, but you're trying with we're saying like this. If you're going in the way of Hashem, even if you go the wrong way, you're still going the right way, right? Because Hashem wants you to be in that place, right? Hashem wants you to go to that place, right? Right. Okay.
So then I always put the right thing in the ways, no matter what happens.
Yes, if you want to do something, you're going to do the Ratzon Hashem, then you're always doing the right thing, right? You're always doing the right thing, right? The Kedushas Levi says, the Schus Yogan Aleinu, Levi Yitzchak ben Saras Asha, that when you travel, you should be very careful. Sometimes you wind up going to a place that you didn't plan on going to, right? Sometimes, right, I don't know, you're in the car and then all of a sudden I need to use the restroom, so you have to stop. Sometimes you have to drive 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get to you weren't planning on going there. So he says, so why did that happen? Why did this person have to go to the bathroom at that time? He said, because obviously there's an insight in that place that you had to get to. So Hashem is Mizamin, he prepares the whole situation. Well, you don't realize that you're doing that. Oh, I'm only going here because the prince has to go use the bathroom, so that's why I'm going there. I have nothing to do with it. No, he says, no. You have to think of the way now, right? Think of the way now. What are you doing? You're coming to a certain place. So he said, now, if you go to the place and you use the bathroom yourself as well, so you make the bracha ashayotza, put a little more effort into your bracha, that you can be ma'alah something in that place. Or if you take a glass of water, you buy a bottle of water, you buy a banana, you buy an apple, whatever it is, you make that bracha really well, put a lot of kavan in it. Hashem sent me here to pick up this apple because I needed this apple, I needed this banana. That's why I came over here. Not because I think it was because of this, right? You understand? Really, you're always going in the way of Hashem if you realize Hashem is the one that's guiding you. Right? All right. Alpha Pi Nidma Lahem Shehu Derech Hayosher. Lifneim, right? They think they're going the right way. Hey, I got it. Everything's worked out. Everything's going good, right? I'm traveling here on Shabbos morning, right? It's good. I can go Shabbos morning. There won't be too much traffic. It'll be good. I have it all worked out, right? It'll be a little bit lighter traffic, right? He has it all worked out. It's all good. He has it all worked out. But he's really going to his pathway is to lead him to his death. Rahman al-Islam, Hashem should spare us all. Should spare all Jews from these ideas, thinking that they can transgress over the mitzvahs of Hashem. Or even better yet, they think that what they're doing is a mitzvah Hashem. They think that what they're doing is a mitzvah. Right? Like the reform. Right? They think they get in their car and they're going to shul. Right? They play their organ in the shul, right? Whatever they have their musical instruments. And then they say, in the Beis HaMikdash, they played instruments, so we can play instruments also. They don't have Torah Shabbat Peh. They don't understand. They think they're doing right. It's all the seduction of the Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara is just trying to make us all crazy and make us stumble. Sometimes he makes us stumble in a way that we think it's a mitzvah, right? We think it is. But we have to know, we have to go in the ways of the tzaddikim. The tzaddikim advise us what is the right way. That's why we always have to go in the ways of the tzaddikim. Al came psuke de zimra. Shana megalin and Shashem is baruch bara hakol meiroish v'yatzayv. Oh, in the psuke de zimra, when we say that section of our davening, we're stating that Hashem created everything. Meiroish v'yatzayv, from the beginning to the end of time. Ufartin roi prate habriya, right? And we're remembering all different kinds, all of the different things of the bria. Like we said, bezesh anu megalin, kol hadrachim shel kol habriya, all the different pathways of all of creation. Ki ikar hadrachim b'sharsha nimshachim mishorish ha'achdus, all comes from the achdus, all comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Every pathway, Every pathway could lead you to Hashem if you realize it's all unified with Hashem. Right? It can lead you. Right? Shesham hakol ha'echad betachlis ha'akhlus umisham yipared. From there it all goes down. In other words, Hashem created everything from high, and it all spiraled down from all of the worlds and everything to have the creation that we have over there. Kol habriya liminayim u'lemekaymam u'mamayshvaisayim. Right? All the different things of creation, the places and the different dwelling places. Kefi ha'tzinor Nesiv Shederach Sham Mikabel Ze'amakim. Like I explained to you before, of those different ways, those different pathways that Hashem sends the Shefa to. Really, we know the Shefa comes from Eretz Yisrael, really goes to the entire world.
What
right?
Shefa?
Bounty, blessing. The blessing of the entire world comes from Eretz Yisrael. Right? This is where everything started, like we explained before. Right? So all these countries don't realize that they're getting their bracha from whatever they have in their land from Israel. They don't know that. They have no idea. But maybe if they knew this, they would think well, wait a second. Huh? I didn't know that. Right? They don't know that they're damaging their thing by them going against Eretz Yisrael. They don't know that. They think they're doing the right thing, right? The whole world thinks today they're on the right path. They know the right way. They're on the I know the right way. Right? They're all doing that. They're all doing it. Everyone, they all know the right way, but they're all seriously mistaken. They're seriously mistaken.
There's no way to check.
Huh?
There's no way to check. There's no way to prove that. I mean, to anybody, even to me. Shefa goes from here. Where is it here? Well, it doesn't stop here anywhere.
What do you mean it doesn't stop here?
I mean, it stops, but mostly it goes out, right?
I don't know. I go into the supermarket, and they have all kind of different apples and all kind of different cucumbers and all kind of different things. It's amazing. It's amazing. I see plenty of blessing over here if you want to see it.
No, blessing, plenty, but go explain that to Americans.
I don't have to explain it to them. When we say Psukei D'Zimra, we believe this. We're explaining it to them in a deeper way than words can do. We think over here, the Israeli mentalities, you have to make a hafkanah. Oh, we'll make a hafkanah, we'll get something done. I have to make the one that makes the more noise. Well, that's not the way to do it. That's not the Torah way. That's the way of the world. That's not the Torah way. And even the Charedim are mistaken by that. Right? The Charedim are so seriously mistaken.
But how would they know?
I mean, I'll give you this example, right? When I lived in Yerushalayim on Hanaviyim, right? Which is right outside of Meah Shearim, right? I told you this story again, but it's so important to say it again and again. And you have these kids, these Hasidic kids, and older guys too. It's not just kids. You have older guys. You have some guys with white beards also. And they're standing in the streets on Hanaviyim, and they're yelling at the Arab, the cars going by, the taxis going by, Shabbos! And they take garbage and they throw it at the car. And they take a stone and they throw it at the car. So I said to them, what are you doing? You're being Mechalel Shabbos b'Fahesia. What are you doing? No, Shabbos. I said, yeah, that's exactly right. Shabbos. You're taking, this is muksa. The Rabbanah made it's something that's called muksa. If you didn't set it aside before Shabbos, right? If you didn't set aside something before Shabbos, it's muksa, right? The Gemara in Shabbos explains that people used to use, I don't understand it, but they used to use stones to clean themselves when they went to the facilities, right? So you had to set those stones before Shabbos that you were going to use. Could you imagine that? Right? So these guys are picking up stones. These guys are picking up and throwing them. Say, what are you doing? You're yelling at him for being Mechalel Shabbos, but you're being Mechalel Shabbos also. But they think they're doing the right way.
But how do we...
They think they're doing the right thing.
I know, but how do we know that we're not doing the right? I mean, that's like, it seems like everybody's done that until they come to a finally place where they know Hashem. But before that, how can you know? You can't know.
You don't know, but that's exactly what we're learning. But remember, when you say Psukei D'Zimra, you can have all these things in mind, and you can make rectifications for all of these things while you're saying Psukei D'Zimra, because you're saying it's all Hashem. All these places are coming back from the oneness of Hashem, all connected to Hashem. When you bring it back to Hashem, So then something is going on in Shema. We don't understand what goes on, but we're causing some effect to help the situation, much more than standing out there and screaming. Right? We can do that all through tefillah. We don't have to scream. There's no benefit in screaming.
If I throw the rock, I see the result.
Yeah, okay.
No, I mean that makes it hard sometimes. That
What result did you see?
that I hit the taxi and I broke his window.
Yeah, okay, so then you're certainly Machal Shabbos there. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, so you're proud that you had a result that you were Machal Shabbos.
Well,
and a few other things.
And you were mazik the guy, right? You caused them a hezek, right? That's all these things. You're allowed to do these things.
It's all about immediate gratification. If I pray to God,
There's no immediate gratification. There is no such thing.
I know that, and you know that.
Yeah.
How many people? They're all.
But you can help them by you saying the
pray
Psukei
them.
de Zimra.
Yeah.
No, when you say the Psukei de Zimra, you connect the oneness of Hashem back to them because they're connected. They don't know they're connected. The countries don't know that they're connected, but they're all connected. You understand? So when you can pray to Hashem in that way, that you know that all of the Shep is going from Hakadosh Baruch Hu to them, and it's not what they think. So we're causing goodness. We're causing good things to happen in the world. Yeah. Ukefi hatzinor v'hanesiv shederech sham mekabel zeh hamokim. Right from that tzina, from that pipeline that comes from Shemayim. Right, there's that pipeline, that vein that goes from that to that place. Chias mishoirish achdus comes from the shoirish of achdus, which is Hashem. Right. K'may kein holchem mizeh hamokim tzinoros v'nesivos udrachim l'mokim acher hasamach ela b'shorshay. Right, and then it goes from one place to the next. One connects, and then I understand this like when you play that when you have that thing, connect the dots, right? When you connect the dots before you connect the dots, you don't really know what it is, right? You don't know what it is, but once you connect the dots, right? You go through the thing and you connect all of the dots the right way. Now you can look. Oh, I see the picture. I got it. You understand? When we connect the dots and we understand that it's all Hashem, and we reveal the picture is Hashem, when we reveal the picture of Hashem, that's when all the blessing comes to the world. That's how the blessing comes to the world. They're all connected back to, like we said, the highway systems connect everything back together to each one of the cities, right? And the countries are connected one to the next, and so on. Right? They made a tunnel that connects France to London, right? They created Paris to London, right? There's a tunnel that goes under the sea. Why did they do that? For this reason. They had to connect the countries. Right? It's amazing, right? They made a tunnel that goes from France all the way under the English Channel, right? It's amazing. So that everything can come back to the Achdus, to realize it's all Hashem. It's going to happen. Every time we try to do that, we're helping that day come about. We can help that come about, that Hashem Echad Ushmai Echad. Nimsa shekol hadrachim nimshachem mishorish achdus. Everything comes from the shorish of achdus. Ba'al kain kishanu partin esabriya b'psukei de Zimra. When we explain and we define each, maybe that's a good way. We define each thing of creation. Umagalin kihu tziva v'nivro. That Hashem was the one that commanded it, and that's how it came about. That's the main. These are the main words. Kihu tziva v'nivro. He commanded it, and it came about because of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's command. Al yedei zen is galin kol hadrachim and nesivos shekulam nimshachim mishorish achdus shu habayri hayochid yisbarach. It's all back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's wonderful. This lesson is truly wonderful to help you really understand the world and everything, how everything is really connected. We think everything's disjointed. What do I have to do with this guy? What does he have? What does this country have to do with that? Well, we're all connected. We're all one. We're all one. And like they say in the world, when something goes wrong in the world, they blame the Jews. It's true. It's our fault. They blame us. It's true. We're not doing the right thing. That's why things go wrong in the world. Chazal tell us that. right? There's a tsunami, there's a hurricane, there's an earthquake, there's something. Why? Because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. We're causing a break in whatever you're calling a blockage in that scenery that goes to there, and then there's this havoc that comes. But when we can work on this, we can really truly help the entire world to bring the world to its final tikkun. This is what it's all about. Valkain ayedei psuke de zimra nisgala ameya bechinas Yad Hashem. So the map, that Yad Hashem, right? We say in the davening, it's a Yad HaGedolah, right? That's a Yad HaGedolah, right? We talk about that, the Yad HaGedolah. This is the Yad. This is the Yad. This is Hashem's hand. That figured that originally before at Sheshis Yimei Bereishis, it was already decided that there was going to be a Kriyas Yamsa. We think that all these things just happened. Oh, because we were by the Yamsuf, so it happened. No. It was already on the map already. We had to come to this place, and the Mitzrayim had to come after us and chase after us. So Hashem would then, because the Yamsuf had to get split. It's not right. It's not the cause and effect. It's the effect and the cause. It's the other way around. You understand? In other words, the thing has to happen. That's why Hashem arranges things to be in that way in order for it to come about. Shu bechinas hayad shesham kaisvin kol ha'ilamos im kol hadrachim shelahem. There, it's written down everything, all of the worlds and all of the different pathways. V'chei mevaya api kavanos shepsuke de zimra heim bechinas chesed ugvura tferes. Right. So the Psuke de Zimra has in it Chesed and Gvura and Tiferes. How do you understand that? You have the Chesed, right? The Chesed Hashem. You have the Gvura, right? You have the different things that Hashem taught. We talk about in the Psuke de Zimra, right? Shehem Bechinas, which is the Yad, which is the right hand and the left hand, right? The Yad, the right hand and the left hand, right? LeBechinas Hayad. Okay, Ve'ayedei Hayad Hazois Shu Bechinas Psuke de Zimra, through the hand. Through this map, the map, the land card, like we said, right? We can reveal all different ways of holiness in the world. You can fix all those 10 different groups, right? The 10 different groups that had failed views, right? Their views were failed because they took the thing of kedusha and they brought it down to the lowest part because they didn't understand. But you could fix those kitot, all those groups. And where I'd like to say now, that means we could fix the entire world. Because the entire world is involved in those 10 different kitot, those 10 different groups. Right? They're either involved in murder, they're either involved in covet, they're involved in taiva, money, they're involved in niyah, whatever they're involved. It's all one of those groups. Everyone fits into that group. So Psuke de Zimra can really fix all of these groups. He can make the greatest rectifications in the world through Psuke de Zimra. Again, I love Rab Nosson because he's not telling us to do anything, that he's not adding anything to our daily task. He doesn't tell us to do it. You're saying Psuke de Zimra. I want you to see how beautiful Psuke de Zimra is. That's what he's telling us, showing us here. Don't think these are just words. These are amazing words. These are magical words. These words they're awesome words.
By default, he's making us do it. Not making us. By default, we're choosing to do it.
Yeah, you stop doing it by rote and you start to feel what you're doing. Yeah. You're giving a diva slate. Right? You give it from your heart. When you realize that you can do this, we can all help the world. Ayedei HaMelech of Anoshev Shehem Asora, through the king and all of his different emissaries, the 10 different emissaries of the king, right? There were 10 altogether. Shezeh Bechinas Asora, Halaluka, Sha'imrim, Bechinas Asora, Hilulim, Shebemizma Halalu Kel Bekotshai. So it says over there, Halalu 10 different times. Why 10 different times? For the 10 different groups. For the 10 different groups. It's wonderful. I can eat these, I could read this all day long. It's unbelievable. No, it's wonderful. Ve'ikir lachnia taivas moment. And the whole point, 10 fingers, yes. Koyach.
No, the word hallelujah.
Yeah, 10.
That's
10. It's all 10. It's all connected. Yeah. Lachnia taivas moment, in order to put down the taiva of mammon. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. The taiva man. People drive themselves crazy their entire lives. They drive themselves crazy trying to amass more money. Now, I'm not talking about people that go and they earn a living. They have to earn a living to pay their bills. Now, we're not talking. Taiva's moment is where the guy has $10 million in the bank. He's got 30 million shekel or something like that. But he needs more. He needs more. I need more. I need more. That's Taiva's moment. I need more. Right? And he'll drive himself crazy. Well, he'll drive himself crazy that he should have more, that he can get more.
But the reason is he doesn't really realize what he has. So that's why he needs more, because he's never paid attention of what he could do with what he already has.
No, because you see, when you don't appreciate what you have, the money is not shining. Yeah. Right? I told you about this about Yaakov when Avraham Avinu went to buy the Maras HaMachpelah. Right? That's ours in Hebron. Right? He bought it. It's not those jerks. It's ours. It belongs to us. It's ours. He bought it. Okay? Right? He bought it for 400 silver coins. They were. Rashi says they were shleimim. They were perfect coins, newly minted coins. They were perfect. They shined. They had a shine to them. And Ephron, he loved that. He wanted that money. He says, hey, "What's this money between us?" You know, he wanted that money. And Rav Nosson explains that really the Goyim, they love Jewish money because it shines. Jewish money is glistering. It's shining money. But the problem is, as soon as they get it, it loses its shine. Yeah. So they want more money. They want more of that shiny stuff. Right? They get the stuff, they get the money, we have it, it's shiny. They get it, it gets all tarnished. And they're too lazy to polish it. No, I'm joking. they want the money, and then that's why, so that's, okay. Taivas moment is not a good thing. Not a good thing. You could fix that taiva of mammon through psukim dezimra when you realize that it's all meis Hashem. Hashem created everything. Hashem is running everything. Everything is connected, one thing to the next. There's a connection. Nothing is disjointed. Everything is connected in the world. Everything is connected. Then you could fix that taiva of mammon. Shein bechinas kina shel David. That's the harp of David HaMelech, right? We're going to say kina is a harp over here. Right? David HaMelech had a harp. Okay? And he placed it on his window. Right? He placed it by his open window. He left the window open and he strategically placed the kinar in a way that the harp, that the Ruach Tzafainis, right? The Ruach Tzafainis hazeh menashe b'kina shel David menagid mizeh. And it would sing. Right? David HaMelech, that was his alarm clock. Right? David HaMelech set that up and would wake him up. The wind would come exactly at Chatzos. And David HaMelech would come up at Chatzos to say Tikkun Chatzos. That's what David HaMelech was doing. That's what and he used his kinar. He used his harp. Then the Chazal say he had 72 strings on his harp. Could you imagine that? 72 strings on his harp. Wow. Unbelievable. B'china psuke dezimra. That's all about psuke dezimra, right? That's all the psuke dezimra is what David HaMelech would sing. David HaMelech would use his beautiful harp for Ayadeze and his barer and his stake and Ashiras shenimshach mitzafon. We know that the Ashiras, the Zayah says, comes from the north, right? It's from the side of Gvura, right? The side of Gvura, that's where all the money comes from. Ki mitzafon zov yasa, from like we said, the gold money, right? All comes from the side, from the north. If you want to have your money and you want to appreciate and be a semeach bechelko, you say the psuke dezimra correctly, and watch, you'll start appreciating what you have. You can start appreciating what you have and live a much nicer, tranquil life, not worrying about, I need more.
Do I have to do it while they're doing it in the minyan? Do I have to do it while I'm in the minyan? Because I can't do. I couldn't even read it in English as quickly as they go.
Yeah, well. What I do is, I started like I told you years ago, when I spoke to Rabbi Weinberg, maybe it's almost about 30 years ago, and I said to him, I don't know how they say the karbanos so quickly in the shul here. I don't know how they do that. So he says, I don't know either. But he says, I say it at home.
Can I say Sukkot Zimmer at home?
Wait, so 1 second. So 1 second. So, all right. So then I said, okay, good. So he recommended I do that. Okay, and then when COVID came around, and then we had those backyard binyanim and all of that stuff, right? They were davening so fast, it was almost impossible because it was if you stayed in the minyan a little longer, it would be a risk of the. The whole thing was anyway. So what I did was I said, wait a second, I daven nusach svar, so I could say hodu all the way up to Baruch Shama, right? So when they started brachas over there, I was already I was at Baruch Shama. So then I just had to say Baruch Shama to Yishtaba, right? And they were doing the carbon. I did the whole thing, and I just managed to catch up, right? I do the same thing over here now.
But I can't even do that.
Yeah,
If I
yes,
went
you
up to
could.
Rosh Hashanah, no, no, it's too much. They just
No,
barge
but
right
but
through
the
it.
hodu is amazing, right? It's amazing.
It is, but I can't.
You got to get there.
I could
15
spend 6 minutes.
early.
I could spend 6-7 minutes just saying the hodu. Right? Kiru b'shmei hodu am leis of shiru lois amruloi sicha b'chol nefliyos
So
savus
can I
halosh
do
and
it
kodsha
after the
yismach
minyan?
leiv mevakshei Hashem. I love that. Yismach leiv mevakshei Hashem. David HaMelech is giving you the answer right there. You want to be happy? Yismach leiv mevakshei Hashem. You want to have a happy heart? You want to have a good life? Find Hashem. Yismach leiv mevakshei Hashem. Ki utziva v'nivro.
This is a very practical problem. So can I say it this way? Can I just do it at my speed, and when they get to the Shemona Esrei, just jump, and then when I finish
No,
Shemona Esrei, come
you
back?
can't. No, you don't go back. No, that's no good. No, that's no
I don't
good.
have a solution.
That's not good. That's not good. They asked my Rebbe. Someone once asked my Rebbe, Reb David Spiegel. So it should be well. He's the Ostrov Kalashina Rav in Cedarhurst. Okay, and they asked him, "Can I do that?" So he says, "Would you take a cigarette and smoke it backwards? Would you take the lit cigarette and take it and put the lit side in your mouth? Would you do that?"
You don't even have to do that. You just put it in when it's not lit, and you can light the filter. Also doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Okay, but he said it that way. He said it's not good. You want to say the tefillah in order. The Anshe Knesset Zagdola, they established the tefillah. They were very, very meticulously.
Yes.
They knew exactly what they were doing. And you want to say the tefillah in order because it has what?
You start early.
It isn't.
Start early.
Even by itself, it might even take me 3 hours to go through. I don't know what it would take. I mean, it's like
Wow, if you could spend for 3 hours in chocolate, that's amazing. That'd be amazing. If you could daven chocolate for 3 hours, so you could say it by yourself. If you could really say chakras for 3 hours,
I have.
that would be yeah, okay. All right, that's you think you're doing good.
Those men that do the praying in that way intersection by the hotel.
Yeah, and the tunnel down there, yeah.
Way up.
Yeah.
They shot course is about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. It's beautiful. They do trumpets when they open up the Aron.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I used to daven by Breslov chakras over there on a regular day was an hour and 40 minutes. Hour and 40 minutes. Unbelievable. It's enjoyable. You could really say the words. You could really say the words. They start over there 40 minutes before Nate. They start every morning 40 minutes before, so you get an extra 20 minutes.
Did it hurt your income? Did it hurt your income?
No, it didn't hurt my income. No, not at all. Shu chedva the niguna the levia. It's all which is the the joy of the Levium, because we said that the Levium were the ones that were praying, were singing, and they had the symphony in the Beis Hamikdash, right? It was the Levium. And what were they saying? They were saying the Psukei de Zimra. That's what they were singing. They were singing Psukei de Zimra, right? The Levium was singing Psukei de Zimra. And that's where all the blessing comes from. Right? And then we come to Vayivarach David. After we said the 10 Hallelujah, we said the Hallelujahs, and we said Hallelujah 10 times. What's the next thing we say? We say Vayivarach David. And in Vayivarach David we go Va'oisha v'achavayd milfanecha. All of the wealth and all of the honor is all from you, Hashem. Then these words, Va'ata Moishel Bakol. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're controlling everything. Va'ata Moishel Bakol. Bakol means everything. Everything. Hashem, you're controlling everything. It's amazing. We can't understand that. We have finite minds. How can you understand how Hashem is taking care of everything in the world, the billions of people and the billions of fish and all the things under the sea and all of that? We have no idea what's going on. And Hashem's taking all of the zillions of angels that there are. He takes care of everything. He's doing everything. He knows about everything at the same time. We don't understand. We can't understand. We can't comprehend that. We cannot comprehend it. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Moishel Bakol. Ubiyotcha koyach ugvura biyotcha. And again, his hand, biyotcha, koyach, Hashem, the koach, the 28, koach, is in his hand. The power is in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, has all of the might. Ugvura biyotcha. Ki beikar hatikun hashiras, the kedusha hu ayadei bechinas yad. It's all through the hand. It's all through the hand. What's the hand telling us? That everything is connected. Everything is connected, and it's our job to connect everything back to the oneness of Hashem. You want to say something, Eli? Please.
I think you're going to kick out of this. So
Please.
Today, we said today we talked about David HaMelech also has a new harp, which is a harp of Eser.
Yeah.
And if you look at the word, he talks about Ashiras, right? This is again the letters of Eser. Right? We talk about Yadayim. Yadayim is Gematria 28. 8 and 2 is 10. Okay, if you look at the Gematrias of Chesed and Gevur and Tiferes, you get in Mispakatim, you get 18, which is 18,
and 8 and 10,
and 19, which is 55. Again, 10. This whole thing
all comes to 10. It all comes back to the story. It all comes back to the story.
So are the 10?
No, I'm telling you that this story is. But again, if Reb Nosson didn't explain it to us like this, we would never know. You read that story, you would never know any of these things. No, we have such a beautiful, this is so beautiful that Reb Nosson took the time to write this, to explain to us just an inkling of the story. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much deeper. He wrote that. He said, this is only, I'm only going to give you something that I understand. And I can only explain to you a little bit. But he's doing a remarkable job, right? It's a remarkable job. It's to me, this is the most remarkable. It took that story. I read the story, and then when you learn this, it makes, wow. You read the story again, and wow, does it make a lot of sense? Yeah, if you try it, David, if you go read that story again after what we learned here, and then you read it again, wow, you say, wow. Aina bechinas hayad, it's all bechinas of the yad. It's all about the hand, all brings everything back together. And this is really, this is such an important lesson. I like how we connected it to Korach also, right? Going down the wrong pathway, right? Korach was going down, he's going in a happy-go-lucky, he's going down the wrong pathway. And look what happens. So we should all be zeicha to connect everything back. When we say the Psukkah de Zimra, and when we daven in general, our Rizbaitis, to always connect it all back to Hashem, to realize it's all Me'ez Hashem. It's all Me'ez Hashem. Ve'ata Moishel Bakol. Ve'ata Moishel Bakol. I wish everyone a good Shabbos and a good Chodesh. Shabbat Shalom and Chodesh Tov.
The 10 of the